Hello, and thank you for stopping by Treva's True Life Motivation. I am here to just do a short video with you just to share some valuable information, wisdom, just some information, just like a life lesson that I've learned. And I feel like when we go through different things, different situations, God bring us through them. We come out better. We have more wisdom. A lot of times we sit on that information. We know it and we remember it, but we're not sharing it with others. And when God brings us out of a situation or delivers us, and it really helps us and we're better afterwards, it's not for us to just hold it like I've been doing. So many lessons, so much wisdom, so much experience that I have in different situations in life. So tonight, that's what I'm doing, or whenever you look at this video, it could be morning, afternoon. That's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing, a real important lesson that I've learned and something I'm trying to practice myself. So I want to talk about intuition. Sometimes a lot of us go through things or something happens. Something negative could have happened. And I hear a lot of people say, something told me, or I just had this feeling, in this gut feeling that something wasn't right about that, or something wasn't right about that person. I call it the Holy Spirit, Some people say intuition or something, or whatever it is. Most of us can relate to what I'm talking about. So what I want to share that I've learned is a lot of times in my life, when I heard or got that feeling that said, don't do that. And, oftentimes we'll go on and move forward and do it anyway, only to learn a little later why we had that feeling. When everything it comes out or is exposed, you're like, wow, I wish I would have listened to that voice that told me, don't do that. Because it could have saved me from so much time wasted, heartache, pain, disappointment, hurt, whatever the situation was. So I just want to let you know that I've learned when you get that feeling or that nudge or that voice that says, don't do that, this is not going to be good, try to practice following that. Even though you don't understand, you don't have all the details, you don't know why, just, try to practice saying, I don't feel good about it. I don't have peace about this person. I don't feel good about going into this relationship. Something is telling me this is not going to end right. Let's try to get into the habit of just stopping right there with the fact that we don't have peace and just leaving it where it is, Just don't do it, because what I have been through sometimes when I have ignored that voice was just, I wish I would have listened, okay? Because whatever little questions I had initially at the beginning when I got that feeling, it was nothing compared to what I had to experience after I got in the situation, especially like a relationship with someone, okay? A lot of situations are easy to get in, but they're real hard to get out. You meet people and it just might feel great. It may feel like the perfect relationship. I'm learning that too. When you get or come into certain situations and they just feel perfect and like just bliss, just nothing is wrong, kind of, I'm not saying that something could be wrong with it, but I'm saying just slow down, because a lot of times when the enemy is trying to blind you to get in something that's going to be very toxic and harmful to you, he's going to make it just have like the perfect person, perfect situation, perfect date, just as that term they use a lot now, love bombing. Everything is going to just feel perfect. You know what I mean? That's to blind you in your judgment, where you won't look at and pay attention to what you really need to be looking at, that will clearly point you in the other direction. Okay. So again, that voice, that gut feeling that you could get, it may not be a relationship, it could be some opportunity that somebody's presenting to you. It could be, you might be trying to decide to purchase a home, or which home you're going to purchase. It could be any situation. It can save us from a lot of trouble and heartache. And I'm sure many of you can relate to times where you have ignored that voice and you found out later and you seriously regretted that you didn't listen, because it was so much easier at the beginning or at that time when you first met this person or got into that situation and you wasn't attached to it. It was so much easier, it would have been, to walk away then than to walk away later. And I'm also going to talk about when you don't listen to your better judgment or wisdom or the Holy Spirit or your intuition or that gut feeling, what to do. What to do. For example, you could be in a relationship now. You could have met someone and everything was just perfect. Seemed like nothing could go wrong, And all of a sudden, one day or 1 week out of nowhere, things just change. Like, this person just, you saw something or they showed you something that they had never shown you before. Like, had they shown you that week 1, week 2, you would have been out of there. You know what I mean? A lot of times that's how it happens with relationships. When someone is being manipulative or they're being deceitful, they're going to hold back their true colors until they feel like they really got you hooked in or emotionally attached. And then they're going to pull their mask off, which means, like, most people don't know how to turn around at that point. If it's been 3-4 months, especially longer, 6 months, and then this person has shown you just maybe they're the perfect woman, the perfect guy, perfect gentleman the whole time. And then out of nowhere 1 week, they just like, they're ghost, you haven't heard from them, or then they become inconsistent and you just thought, anything, they could become mean or rude, something they never showed you, like for no reason, unprovoked by you. And I'm just trying to let you know that when you find yourself in that situation, you're in it and you're looking at the time you've invested, the emotions and everything. You thought this person was the perfect person. You thought y'all were gonna have a future together. The sooner that you can get out of that thing, the better it will be. I know you may not want to back out after 3 months, 2 months, 6 months. You may feel like you already are tied to this person emotionally. But I'm going to tell you, the longer you ignore what you're looking at and those signs that God is giving you about that person, the harder it's going to be for you to get out of that. It's something called soul ties, and I believe in them. It's like you're just tangling yourself up with that person's soul the longer you stay in it, especially if you get sexually involved with this person. That's why some people can't get out of toxic relationships, or they don't think they can, and that's why some people actually, they lose their lives because they don't know how to break this cycle that I'm talking about. But my point is, when God shows you that this is not the person you met, and I know it may be hard, no, that's you know that original person. That's who you think you met. You met their representative a lot of times. The faster you take heed, call it like you see it. Whatever they did, don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to say it's not what it is. The faster you can call it like it is, the better off you will be with breaking that. Because the longer you stay in a situation, the harder it's going to be for you to get out. So you would rather break that tie in 1 month, 2 months, even 3 months than 3 years. Because you got those memories. You got all that time invested. Some people don't ever walk away. They just let the situation take them out. They know it's bad for them, and that person just gets worse and worse, showing their true colors. So again, I'm just going to do a recap. When you get that feeling, when you get that voice, God, the Holy Spirit, I believe in God and the Holy Spirit, telling you do not do that. Stop. Stop. Remind yourself the last time you didn't listen to that voice. And again, when you don't listen to that voice and you find yourself still in that toxic situation or whatever it is you got yourself into, when that mask comes off and you see the truth, or the blinders, your eyes are open, quickly stop and get out of that. Because it is better for you to get out of it today than to get out of it a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years. Some people just give up. The longer they go, it's so hard for them to get rid of that, and the memories haunt them, and them emotional ties are there. And especially if children are involved, I know that's a look even more complicated. Some people just give up. Like, they don't even try to get out because it's too painful for them to face the fact that they gave their time, mind, energy, whatever. It could have been money. It could have been helping a person, trying to help a person better themselves. It's hard for them to accept that they did all of that for nothing. But sometimes, y'all, you just gotta take that L, because guess what? Your life's still gonna be better if you let that toxic situation go. You're gonna get better. You're gonna feel better. And if you believe it, you're gonna heal. Might take some time, but ain't nothing gonna get better if you stay where you are with that person or in this situation. Because it's some toxic people out here, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it is some toxic, manipulative, deceptive, anointed with evil type people out here. And as long as you are with them, no, you're not gonna be your best self, the best version of you. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Follow your intuition. Get out of that thing quickly when you realize that it is not serving you and it is not producing positive fruit in your life. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. What have you started to bear since you connected with that situation, those people, that group, that person? What kind of fruit have you started to produce in your life? Have you gotten better? Or have you gotten worse? All right, the fruit. Oh, you've gotten worse? Okay, like I said, quickly, as soon as possible, get out of that thing. Disconnect. Because it's going to be hard for you to disconnect and detangle the longer you stay in it. Thank you for stopping by. This is Treva's True Life Motivation. And guess what? I'm going to try to do a video every week. But I do work, so I'm not going to make a promise. I'm going to try my best. So I will see you the next time. And thank you so much for stopping by.